let's dive into one of my favorite people, Bruce Lipton. He's actually one of the highest people we've read so far in thousands of readings that is alive at this moment. So very, very beautiful person. And I'm sure you guys have watched his videos, have read his books and seen his work. He embodies joy. And as actually one of our girlfriends said that he reminds her of the Santa Claus. So if you want to believe Santa Claus exists, I guess perhaps Bruce Lipton would be the embodiment of that. All right. So Bruce Lipton vibrates at an overall frequency of 850, which is the level of enlightenment. Level of enlightenment begins at 700, and the fully embodied person would be at 1,000. So these are avatars. Now, Bruce Lipton came in utero. He incarnated at 850, so he came enlightened. And at birth, his frequency dropped to 650, which is a level of peace, still really high. Health, he views from a perspective of peace, 600. Very beautiful. Therefore, he has this beautiful relationship, I would say, with how he explains and teaches. And it translates so beautifully in all of his work. Finances for Bruce Lipton are 250, which is a level of neutrality. And this is quite often we see this, that people that are really high vibrational frequencies have this level of relationship with finances. Creativity for Bruce Lipton is 950. Again, 950 is the level of enlightenment. And this is pretty high level for creativity. So it means he really channels and connects to the divine source, and the information that he brings for humanity is beautiful and it's clear. Personal growth for Bruce Lipton is 999. We actually had to retest it a couple of times. It wasn't 1,000, but it was 999, which is a level for Buddha, right?
Yes.
So this is the same level as Buddha. So he's so committed to not only his own growth, but also it translates to growth of humanity. And you can see this through his wisdom, right? Through his beautiful wisdom that he's here to share with the world. Relationships, Bruce Lipton views from a point of 900, which is enlightenment level. Very beautiful. He's always been my favorite, and this just solidified it. Philanthropy for Bruce Lipton is 800, level of enlightenment. Very interesting, right? Because sometimes we see people that have love relationship with money, but philanthropy is very low. They cannot let it go, or they use philanthropy to manipulate, right? Giving it because they want something in return. In his case, it's really, it comes from the heart. It comes from this bright place of just pure generosity because he feels it. And, you know, I think in his case, when he gives, he doesn't give because he wants something back. He just gives. Intuition for Bruce Lipton is 900, level of enlightenment. So he's extremely intuitive, extremely creative, and philanthropic, just beautiful human being. And this just confirms, I'm sure, for many of you that have felt this deep connection to Bruce Lipton's work, or perhaps to him as a person. This explains all of it. Joy for Bruce Lipton is, he experiences joy 98% of the time, which is so amazing because I've read his book when it just came out, his second book or third book, The Honeymoon Effect. I don't know how many of you have read it. And he embodies to me joy. And this is why I say Santa Claus, because he talks in this book how every day you can recreate in your life a honeymoon effect. It's really how you choose, where you choose to bring your attention into. And he's embodying it and living it so beautifully. In the now, he's 99% of the time. And I would say, yeah, if you're experiencing this much joy at this high vibrational frequency, you're going to be so present. And also this honeymoon effect book, he talks about how important it is to be present in the now. So this is an extremely beautiful example of somebody who lives it, embodies it, and he's just himself. In the ego, as you know, we've been revealing this, he's 39% of the time. The lowest ego percentage so far that we've read has been for Emmanuel, or also known as Jesus Christ, right? So his ego was at 17%. So in this case, as Alejandro said, ego is an important ingredient in experiencing life on this planet. So we all have ego, but it's important to understand who is in charge. Are you allowing your ego to be in the driver's seat, or are you, the bigger you, right? Are you in charge of that ego? And also know how to tame it, right? Like a wild lion, and know how to communicate to it, how to perceive it. Is this your ego that's communicating, or is it the bigger you? His integrity, Bruce Lipton's integrity, is 100%. Yeah, that would be a person I'd want to be friends with.
Yes, definitely.
Amazing.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt, yeah. Aligned with his divine purpose, he's 100%. And he's 99% aligned with his personal purpose. So there's something that he still wants to achieve that he hasn't achieved yet on a personal level. But as far as from a bigger divine perspective, he's absolutely 100%.
Maybe
on purpose.
To be proclaimed as the next Santa Claus.
I don't know. Or just to create this massive shift in humanity that he's really seeing that's possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, one of the most amazing human beings. And, I sent my book to him, and I didn't know if I'm going to get a review back, and he did. He sent a really beautiful book review for me. So that was very generous. He's never met me, never talked to me, and he did that out of kindness of his heart. So philanthropy absolutely shows that he's extremely philanthropic, because he gave his time and he cared.
Right.
So thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also your work resonated with him fully, right?
Yes. It was beautiful.